Legendary Dreams Farm. This is our Gypsy Cob Mare Duchess. Today is bath day, bath and rebraid. So I've seen I don't know, 5 posts a day on the Gypsy hair page asking everything from how to braid, what products to use, all that stuff, which of course is normal because they have lots of hair. So I thought I was gonna do this today anyway, and I would just make a little video of what we're doing. So you can see this, this is how she has been out in the field for about when was the last time you were shown, girl? Or last time you were braided? I think I did a winter rebraid without washing in February, so it's been like 3 months. In the summer it gets taken down and redone more often because we show her and she gets hot and sweaty, and it just needs to be done. But still, if we're not showing, we do it about every 6 weeks in the summer. So it's taped up with electrical tape, and you can see, she's looking a little rough, but the hair will be soft and fine underneath. So I'm gonna unbraid her. Her forelock is looking a little bit rough. She's gonna look like Cousin It when I get this out. And she's like, I don't want all that in my face. I trimmed this last time too. No, girl. Alright, we'll just put it over there for now. I won't video taking down this whole thing because it'll take a little bit. This is completely normal. I also see people ask about this, like if hair comes out when you take the braids out. Their hair falls out all the time if it's not braided and you don't see it, just like ours does. And so if it's braided and it all stays in there for a couple months at a time, then it's completely normal for a little bit of hair to fall out. Sometimes there will be chunks because they get it caught on something, but we don't really have anything in our fields that they can do that on, and that's pretty rare here. So anyway, I'm going to take all of this down and then I will be back. Same with her tail. It's up in about 5 braids like this. I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, I've got all of the tape out of her tail. I took it out of these socks. They're very dirty, so I'm not going to put these back on when I'm done, but these are just tube socks. I'm sure you've seen lots of people use these. I just cut them into 2 pieces at the top, and then they get laced back through the braid like once it's folded up and they go at the top. Just helps keep some of the dirt off. So we, like I said, put electrical tape around really tight, and I'll show you how to do that after I get her bathed and everything back up. So right now I'm just taking everything down, and we use Equifuse Rehydrants and Gleam and spray that mix. Rehydrants is a leave-in conditioner, and we spray that into the hair after it's cleaned, or in the winter I didn't even do a bath because it was too cold, and put it back in. But you can see, I just took this braid out after 3 months, and I can comb through it with my fingers and it's fine. There's a tiny bit of hair stuck together here at the top of the braid, and a little bit more, tiny bit of matting on the other ones, but for the most part it's really clean, and it's really still very well conditioned and soft, and easy to go through. So I'm gonna get all this out. She has a ginormous tail. She is 9. She's almost 9. She'll be 9 in a few weeks. Crazy to think that. We've had her since she was weaned. We bought her when we first went and saw her when she was 6 days old. Alright, so I have been here unbraiding. You can see Duchess's mane. I haven't gone through it at all with a brush, and I usually don't before I wash it. I just kind of separate the hair. These front braids seem to always get really matted and gross. I think it's just how she sweats and rolls herself around in the dirt. I mean, you will notice that if you haven't braided and you start putting them up in braids, that, you know, the dirt is going to stay at the top of the braid, so because everything else is tight in a braid. So that first few inches that's loose up by the crest at the top of your braid is what's going to be dirtiest and what you're going to have to scrub out. So I'm just combing through this with my hands. Again, there is hair coming out that is normal. Not a ton given all of the hair that she has, but these are just loose hairs that come out inside the braid. So I almost have all of her hair out, and then we're gonna start bath. So, all right, girly girl, let's do it. Wanted to show you all what I'm starting with here. All this hair, hasn't it? It's all been combed through just with my fingers. I'm about to start bath time. She drove right before this, so she's a little bit sweaty. That's some marks from the harness on her, where she was sweating. You're fine, I'm gonna get you cooled off. Quit your dancing like you've never done this before. Oh, your tail. Is your tail bothering you? Because it's everywhere. Today. This is her first bath of the year. She doesn't like her forelock in her face, so she's tossing around, acting like she's never done this before. Stop it. She's been getting braided since she was 7 months old. We've had her since she was a baby. So she very much is not a first timer. Stop acting like it. I basically wash in sections because she has so much hair. It's not all going to stay wet, as wet as I need it at the same time. So I'll do the front part and then I'll just keep going. Although I am a firm believer in Aquafuse, and we use the Rehydrants and Gleam, we use Blue Dawn dish soap for hair washing. Always have. Does a great job. It's significantly cheaper. It gets them very white, and it's gentle on their skin. I know. Thank you. That's a good girl. There you go. We gotta get that head clean, girl. It's the dirtiest spot right up there. that says you have to do this all at once. There's plenty of times where I just wash her tail and do those braids one time and then give her a bath and do her mane and her feather another time. Stop. She's getting antsy. She's very good, but she has her limits. Stop. Good girl. When you're washing their legs, just use that as a time to really check their legs and make sure that you're not only getting them clean, but that there's no sores, that there's no signs of CPL starting, anything like that. I know, Mare. I see that look that you're giving me. I see that look that you're giving me, my love. Well, this is bathed, and I haven't done anything else yet. Her mane is pretty much dry, just from the time that it took me to do her tail and her body and feather. So next up, this is Equifuse Rehydrants, and I have it mixed in this. It's like a 24-ounce bottle, and I put in about 1.5 ounces of rehydrants, and then also just a little squirt of Equifuse Gleam in here. And so this is leave-in conditioner, and the Gleam is shine serum and detangler, and I haven't put any other conditioner in here, so I'm just going to spray this all in. Oh, stop. And I put a good bit in because I leave her braids in for a while. So this is why I can take them out and comb through them with my fingers. Keeps it soft and conditioned, and the little bit of Gleam in there helps it, if there's tangles, which there still are tangles, because remember, I have not gone through it with a brush at all yet before I washed it. So there's still some tangled spots, especially like at the top of the braids. So root to tip, I put this in. Oh. I'm going to start going through it. And this is the Oster mane and tail brush. It's my favorite. And I mean, you can see that I'm not tearing through this hair. It's not really all that tangled. A little bit at the top, but not bad. And if I hit a spot where it's pretty tangled, then I'll put some Gleam directly in it and go through it with my fingers, because I don't really want to tear through it. That's not how you keep hair like this, huh, Dutch? And I can just like separate it like that and go through it. And you can see there's still hair coming out. Totally normal. I'm here and ready to start braiding. I'm going to start on her mane and show you a couple. I have some braiding bands on my arm, and wide gypsies are helpful for holding things. So an important thing to note is when you're putting braids in to turn them out in the field and leave them, or even the stall, she goes in a stall too, but to leave them in for a while, you want, she's playing with her cross size, you want to leave, Duchess. Are you done? You want to leave the top like 3 inches loose of your braid and then start tightening it. So you need the braid tight, but not at the top, or it's gonna make them itchy and they're gonna rub your braids up and they're gonna lose half their hair. So you don't want that. These are my favorite braids on her that are mixed black and white. They're my favorite. How much you put in one braid just depends on how thick their hair is. Her hair like here is not as thick because you can tell she like pulled out a chunk there. Up here it's a lot thicker, so I don't make the braids as wide. That's just up to you. And again, I'm leaving like the first few inches, 3 to 4 inches loose at the top, and then just braiding tight. And to braid it tight, for the first part, instead of like crossing like you would, because they're so long, they get tangled if I don't pull them through. So again, it just depends on how much hair you're dealing with. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys, I have a few braids done, not all of them done, it takes a little bit, but I'm gonna show you how the trick to leaving them in for months at a time is electrical tape and getting them banded up really well. So it comes in lots of different colors. I'll do it with one of the longer braids. So we just fold it. This one will go into 4. They have rubber bands on the ends. And I make it so that wherever the rubber band is where I'm going to put one of the tapes, so at one of the ends. And then electrical tape only sticks to itself. It won't stick to the hair the first time you put it around. So you just need to kind of hold it with your thumb. That band is under there, and then pull it super tight. And then just put it around a couple times. And that's one. And then I put one at the top and one at the bottom. And we do it that way instead of just one in the middle, because I don't want a loop. If you put in the middle, the loop of the folded up braid could get caught on stuff, so I want this to be one solid piece. And there you have it, and we will repeat for all of her mane and tail. All right, little Miss Antsy Pants here, stop, is ready to go back outside. I hope that our little bathe and braid video was helpful for you, and watch for new stuff, and we'll see you soon.